Hello everyone and happy Thursday. I hope you've all had a great week. Mine has been busy as usual. So welcome everyone. If you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, welcome as well. My name is Dana Mosley. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Phoenix, Arizona. If you see the live sign up at the top, then you are watching me live. And if you don't see that little live sign, then you are watching the replay on either my Facebook page or my YouTube page. So leave a comment, say hi, give me a thumbs up, a heart, whatever. I like to know who's there and who's listening. Again, say hi. I appreciate it. Anyway, so I missed last week. I was at a market. It was really good. It was a little hot. Thankfully, not as hot as it has been this week. So it's going to be every first Thursday of the month. So I will miss you guys on the first Thursday of the month. But I always post stuff, so make sure that you check the page. You know, I try to post every day, but it doesn't always happen. So just keep your eyes out. And then last night we had our first pizza and card making night over at Vito's Pizza. So if you're local, be on the lookout for that. I'm going to start doing that every second Wednesday of the month. We had a lot of fun. I think there were 6, including myself, is 7. So we made these really great cards. I'll show you. We made this really nice thank you card. I posted these earlier today, so if you missed it, so this thank you card and then a birthday card. So super simple, but very nice, and we had a good time, and we made our cards, we had pizza, we had good conversation. So it was a great night. So hope you can join on the next one. So stay tuned for the sign-ups and the flyers, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We had a good time. So what else? Let's see, July 18th, that's in 2 weeks. We're going to have Christmas in July class. Is it 2 weeks or a week? A week. So not this Saturday, but next Saturday, a week and a half, to Christmas in July class. We'll be making 4 Christmas cards, so $15 normal class fee, but we'll be doing Christmas cards instead of other things. So I'll be sending out emails this weekend. Make sure you sign up. I think it's going to be limited space, so we'll see. We'll see how the RSVPs go. So make sure you RSVP as soon as you see that email. Let me know you're coming. So hey Mom, hey Lily. What else? So last week was, oh hey Carol. Last week was July 1st. So new stuff came out. We have new online exclusives. So lots of like fall, there's Halloween, Christmas. But don't worry, it's not the only Christmas that is going to be there. We do have a catalog coming in September. I'll actually get, I think, a sneak peek next week, I think it is. But we'll have our normal holiday catalog, September, that goes through September to December, sorry. And that will have the substantial amount of Christmas in it. So the online exclusives just give you a little taste of Christmas. If you're looking for Halloween, the online exclusives, that is it for Halloween. That way it gives you a head start into the Halloween. There's a little fall, and then there's a little bit of kind of everyday stuff in there. So cute stuff, good stuff. So we are using some of the stuff from online exclusives for our Christmas in July. So what else? We had a new product of the month, which is the Begonia Bell stamp set. It is a 2-step stamp. So we have this beautiful flower. It is 2-step, and then the leaves are 2-step. Some good words in here. We have best wishes. You are my sunshine. Thank you for everything you do, and sending lots of happiness your way. So this is a good one. Make sure when you are ordering, you hit that $75 mark, and then you can get this for $5. So and that's after you use up real rewards. So you can't get to $75 and then use rewards. You have to go over 75. You know, that includes rewards and everything. So make sure you grab product of the month. Last month was a really good one and it sold out. So make sure you grab that one if you want it. It's a really pretty flower. I've seen some good stuff with it. So and then we also had 2 new kits come out. One was called the Gilded Gallery. I forgot to print the picture of it. Sorry. But I do know it is a stamping kit. So it's 25. It does make 10 cards. So there's 2 designs and you'll make 5 of each. So that's quite a bit of cards. The last few kits that have come out have been 9, and it's like 3 designs and 3 of each. This one is just 2 designs, but you get 5 of each one. So that one's a good one. And then the other kit is called Daisy Days. And that one is like a little mini album. It's really, really cute. I did get it. But this is the album it comes with. Obviously I haven't opened it, so they have like a spacer in there during shipping, but it's a little 6x6 album. So cute and colorful. And then here's the packet of stuff that goes with it. Look at how big that is. There is a ton of stuff in here. It says 28 pages. I'm assuming that means front and back, so that's at least 14 sheets in here, plus ephemera. I did see Sarah Douglas put this together on a Facebook Live. I think it was last week. She was with her family on vacation, and they all had one of these books, and they were putting it together, and she was showing how much ephemera and die cuts are in there, and it was a lot. So it is a little bit higher price point than most of our kits. It's $32, but you get an album with it, and then you get all the stuff to make the album. So lots of good stuff in there. And then the big news. The big news is the hot foil system. So when we went to convention back in March, demonstrators were sworn to secrecy. I'm talking like this is different than they've ever done before. They were even walking down the aisles making sure we weren't filming anything, we weren't on our phones or anything. So we've been sworn to secrecy since March. So we have this hot foil system. It is going to be available for customers to order starting tomorrow, actually like at midnight Mountain Time. Pros and cons. So I have not bought it. It's a little pricey. It is $160. I did print out the picture, and I'm sure you've seen other demonstrators using the system because this week they were allowed to share. I'm going to tell you, it's very cool. It's awesome, but it's pricey. So, and I'm not going to say that it is for an avid stamper because I feel like it's easy to use. So that is a good thing. It's easy to use, and it makes beautiful projects very quickly. Although there is the time it takes to heat up the machine and then put everything together and run it through. So in that aspect, it makes for very easy, beautiful projects. But again, it's quite pricey. But if you're willing to spend the money, if you're a gadget person and you want those gadgets, this one is for you. You will need the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine. It does not go through the old Big Shot. Here it's just a hair wider. So you do need the Stamp and Cut Emboss machine for it, which is of course another expense. And they do have special dies. So there are, I think I counted six bundles. So there's dies and stamp bundles that go with it. This is a whole printout of stuff. I'll send out an email later of all the good things that you can order. I guess the good thing is that the foil that you can buy to go with it, it comes in gold, silver, and light pink. You get 2 rolls of the foil for $12, and each roll is 5 yards long. So that's 10 yards of foil. So, and it's only $12. So that's a good thing. You can make a ton of projects with the foil. That part's fairly inexpensive, so I guess keeping up with it is fairly inexpensive. But it does make beautiful projects. So there's good and there's the bad. You pick what you decide. I may cave in and buy it, but it won't be until maybe later in the year or beginning of next year. So, but that is my thoughts. I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to be honest with you on my thoughts. But it does make beautiful, beautiful projects. I'm not going to knock it. It's very tempting. I actually was very close to hitting that buy button. But it's a little out of my price range at the moment. So I think I'm going to save up my rewards and maybe buy it that way. So that's my spiel. Anyway, so on to fun projects. So I needed some thank you cards. So I had ordered something and I forgot I had it, and it's kind of hidden in the catalog. So I'm going to point you down. I'll show you where it's at in the catalog, and we'll make a couple of quick thank you cards. All right? So hold on. Hold on while I switch you around here. All right. I feel like you're not in my holder right. Like you're going to fall out of here. There you go. All right, everyone. So, in the catalog here. So when this catalog came out, we were allowed to pre-order items in the catalog. I'm trying to get you on my computer. Sorry. We're allowed to pre-order items in the catalog. And of course, we have this wonderful, Beautiful Ordinary Life. You know I love this paper. I've been using it a lot lately. So we have the Floral Flight Accents. And you kind of miss them on the page, right? Like they're there, but you kind of miss it. And it's also on page 72. So let me show you where it's at on page 72. It's with the embellishments, and it's kind of hidden. I mean, you don't really notice it very well. So I had ordered quite a few packages. Not a lot, just like 3. I think that was the minimum I could get, and I forgot about them. So we're gonna play with them. So it comes in a package like this, and you can hardly see because it is black on black, and they are die cut pieces. They're like laser cut. So obviously there's one really big piece here, and there's lots of like leafy floral pieces. There's some hearts, and there's butterflies and some flowers. So I am not going to cut out all of these right now because it does take a little time, because you need to use your little pokey tool and go through and poke out all the little pieces. So what I did is I just spent a few minutes last night, punched them all out, and spent some time poking out the little pieces. And it really didn't take that long once you get started on it. So I ended up, this is my blank sheet, but you can see that there were floral pieces, hearts, butterflies, and there's some flower pieces, and there's one really big piece there. So I did make a few cards last night. I'll show you those when we're done. But this is what I have left. I have some flowers and some floral pieces, and then of course I have my little scrap pieces. These are like about a 1/2 inch, and those are scraps from when I'm cutting white paper, and I keep those because it makes a really great quick banners for greetings. So you'll see what I'm talking about. Alright, so I got out my favorite paper. This is I can never get it right, Beautiful Ordinary Life. I always want to say extraordinary, but it's Beautiful Ordinary. So I am just going to grab, I want just kind of a neutral background, nothing that's going to be like too crazy. So I'm going to grab this piece here. And then I grab some coordinating cardstock. So I have some Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Pool Party, Flirty Flamingo, and Lemon Lolly as some card bases. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my designer series paper. I'm going to cut it at 5.5. And then I'm going to cut it at 3 inches. Now you can get about 8 cards if you cut your paper like this out of one sheet of designer series paper. Okay. So now I have my 3 pieces here, or 4 pieces, sorry. I can't count. Alright, so I think I'm going to do a couple of cards. So out of all these sheets here, I think I want to use the Lemon Lolly with this one. Maybe this one, Flirty Flamingo. I think we'll go with some Pool Party. And I think I'm going to do this Pretty Peacock. Let's see how far we get with what I have left over. Alright, we're going to start with this one. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to fold my card base in half. Use my bone folder here. And then we have our 3-inch piece of designer series paper. Get out my trusty glue. And then I'm just going to put it right down the middle of my card base. Okay. So let's see what pieces we have here. I think I'm going to go with one of these and maybe one of these. I'm going to use some of this stuff here, these little flowers. And you'll see why I'm doing it like this, because I am going to put my little greeting right through the middle. Alright, so let's do this. So it's just a little, you know, not too much thinking, but quick and easy. Cards, and they don't have to be thank yous, but that's what I needed. And then I'll show you what stamp set I'm going to use, because I like the wording that's in it. I'm going to put it like this so our little things match up here. So the green, we call it the green glue, right, because the bottle is green, but the glue is not green. It's our Tombow glue. Just dabbing it on. Leave that there. And then we'll put one down here. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to get out one of my little banners, and I'm going to use the coordinating ink, the Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to use this stamp set here called Lovely Arrangements. It was from our January online exclusives. And I just like the wording in here because it's fairly simple. We have some good ones in here. Just a note, happy birthday, you are so lovely, so very much. Sending smiles, always here for you. Hello friend, thank you and love you. So I'm going to use the thank you out of here. And I just like the way the words are just the perfect size in this particular set. Doesn't want to come up off the glass. It's a little crooked. Try that again. There we go. All right. Keep that up. And the little banners are about 3¼ inches wide. So now I'm just going to grab my dimensionals. Put the dimensionals on the back of this. Got ink on my fingers. All right. And so now we are just going to lay this right across the middle. Okay, pretty simple, right? All right, let's do another one. I want to try and use up some of these. Let's do some pool party. And we still need to embellish, so don't worry. I didn't lose my mind. I know we still need some embellishments. All right, let's see, what do we want to do next? So we're gonna do, I think I'm gonna do this and some butterflies on this one. If you don't have any tweezers, you need to get them. They are a game changer, especially when it comes to these intricate things. You need to add some glue and trying to put things down on your paper. It just makes things a little easier. All right. So then we have our cute little butterfly. Do it here. This one here. All right, we're gonna grab our little banner. I need to clean off my stamp. Love my chamois. If you don't have one of those either, you need to get one. And even though it looks stained, as long as you keep washing it out, the stains will be there. It won't transfer onto your stamp. So I'm going to use some Pool Party coordinating ink with the background. Stamping my thank you. And then I'm going to flip that over and use my dimensionals. Alright. Grab my tweezers here, and then we'll just go right across the bottom of that stem. For another quick thank you. I just have a couple more pieces left, so let's see. Let's do some lemon lolly. Here's my piece. So see how quickly they come together just using these lovely die cuts. And the black against this colorful designer series paper just makes a really nice statement. It's just very pretty. Let's see what we're gonna do here. I think we will do this one, but we are going to give this stem a little trim. It's a little long for me, for my liking. Here. we're gonna do kind of like we did on that first card. We're gonna use this piece here. Actually, let's do it here. I'm gonna give it some extra fluff here. And then we have this little one here. One more piece. And we're just gonna stick that here. Okay. Now, since the background is lemon lolly, the ink is not gonna show up very well. So I am going to just use some black ink. So I'm just gonna get out my Memento. I know we don't sell this anymore. I'm so sad, but I like the Memento and I'm gonna keep using it until I can't use it anymore. Just a side note, you can get it on Amazon. Just saying. Anyway, all right, so just need my dimensionals. Peel those off. Grab my tweezers, and then we will just go right across the bottom of those flowers. I think I want to go just a little higher up here. There we go. All right, so see how quick and easy that was? 3 cards in the matter of just a few minutes. Let me grab my embellishments. I'm going to use the array of dots. I just love these dots. I know they're not very shiny and blingy like rhinestones, but they are so pretty and they go with this paper so well. It is part of the suite. So grab you some of these. Actually, I think they might even be on back order. And I just went on right before we came on. I just looked on the website, and these cute little accents, they are on back order. They just went on back order. They don't have an expected date yet because they just went on back order, but I will keep you all posted when they come back in stock because I think they are a must in your stamping arsenal to make some quick cards with. All right, one more. Let's see. Let's do the blues. The light blue. The pool party. A few more up here. There we go. All right, so quick and easy, and they are just beautiful with that, all that color and then the black on them. So I did create some last night, so that this will use up one whole pack of that floral, what are they called? Floral Flight. Oh my goodness. Yes, Floral Flight Accents. Say that 10 times fast. So we have another thank you card here that I did. I'll move these up just a tiny bit. I don't want to get them too far off the screen. But we have this lovely thank you card. And here are all the hearts that were in there. I've got another one with the butterfly, so I was able to make 2 out of that one. And then we have this one here with that one. This was one big piece. I did trim off a little bit of the stem down here at the bottom because it just barely fit on the front of this card. But this uses up one whole package of the Floral Flight. Accents. So that's what, 7 cards. I'm sure you could, with some of these pieces, you probably could have stretched it to 1 more card. And you could get, like I said, you can get 8 of these pieces of designer series paper out of 1 sheet of paper. So if you cut them at 3 inches by 5.5. So that is it. Cards in an instant, and they're just beautiful cards. So all right, so I will let you know when these come back in stock. It makes, like I said, a great addition to your arsenal of making things quick and easy if you really need them. So all right, everyone, that is it for tonight. I hope you guys have a really great week. I will be back next Thursday at 7 o'clock, and we'll create some more great stuff. So have a good night, everyone.